What is up, boys? Real quick, did you know that 78% of you watching right now aren't subscribed? If you're enjoying the chaos, the fails, or just my terrible gameplay in general, hit that button. It's free and it helps the channel grow way more than you think. Alright, now that's done and over with, let's get right into the action. What is up, boyos? It is Reclamation and back from Ark Survival Ascended. And alright, as you guys can see, we are hype. We are excited because we do have the 2 Reaper Kings finally matured. I will tell you, though, that the Rock Drake is over there giving me that weird little side-eye looking thing. I'm not sure why he's doing that, but these 2 here are slightly off in terms of stats. They got imprinted because they were inside the cryo balls, which, because I have the imprinting set on, just because I never turned it off, they auto-imprinted inside the cryo balls. So their levels are, or stats are slightly higher than what they would be, because I know you can imprint these creatures. I do recall you can imprint these guys when they're babies maturing up through, but I didn't actually imprint these, so they are fully imprinted from the cryo balls. If that was something I would have known was going to happen, I didn't think of it. As you guys saw in yesterday's video, I really couldn't even tell that these things were being picked up by the machine. I just went super dumb yesterday. These guys are fully imprinted and they're strong, like ridiculously strong. I haven't taken them out and tested them yet. I'm about to. I wanted to wait till the video, but we have 23 levels. We're going to try to get these guys to like close to 40k health probably is what we want to get to. 40k health, and then the rest into melee, just so they don't die on us. This one's already got a ton of health, so this one shouldn't take long to get to 40k. Yeah, boom, 40k health, and then the rest into melee. We're just going to let them do that thing. We're going to put them away for now, but we do have another thing we're doing today. We have Rock Drake eggs on us. You could probably assume what we're doing. We're going to be trying to tame a Basilisk today. I know where there's a few. I don't know how good they are, but I know where there's a few. And we also have... I do these tails, bro. I might need to move these guys like 2 steps forward. We also have some cooked meat jerky being made here. Well, prime meat jerky. And we need to get some oil, but that's on the back burner. This I would love to do some stuff with, but it's bugged right now, as you can see. I got to pick it up and put it back down. I have the mana for it, per se. I just don't have the... Yeah, see, I can't put it in that spot because for some reason it's only doing blueprint sharing. I don't know if maybe that's bugged out. Let me see something actually really quickly here. Can I place this down here? Sure, I'll just place this down here for now. Yeah, okay, so it must be bugged again. That must be what's happening. Let me see. Because every now and again... Yep, there it is. Yep. Every now and again, for some reason, I've spoken to Anomalocaris about this, is this always locks this for me. It's because I'm running auto Ingrams. We don't know what's causing it to do that, but every now and again it'll lock that up, so I won't be able to use it. It's spazzing out. I need full free placing mode. There we go. But yeah, I can't use... I put it backwards. I'm going to turn this back around. Ooh, I almost destroyed that. But yeah, for some reason it'll just like spaz out like that. Like it'll just be weirdly not able to be used. We're working on figuring out a fix for that, but as of right now, it's not a huge issue because I don't even have the element required to do anything. Yep, as you can see, I've been tracking a Basilisk. There should be one, I believe, below us. So what we're going to do is find our Rock Drake. There he is. Or she is, should I say. And we're actually going to go Rock Drake exploring. I was about to say, don't put your head up. There's no Reapers nearby. I know there's a bunch back in the main area. We're looking for a 145 or higher. The framiness, I do not know where that is coming from. Can I latch onto this here? There it is. There we go. Okay, so let me pull this back out. It says there's one to my right. For some reason, it's making me go sideways. Alright, so I've never actually tamed a Basilisk either. Like I said, I was never big for this map, so I don't know the full taming methods for everything, other than I know you gotta drop eggs near the Basilisk and make them bite into them. That's how they eat it. Alright, so it is to our left, that way. It is towards the surface marker I have. We're looking for a high level, and the Basilisk can one-shot you off the back of your creature, by the way. So do be careful with that. Basilisks are nothing to mess with. They're actually insanely strong. It's part of the reason why I've never tried to tame one, because I also, one, didn't know, and two, my rock drake is a little dumb. He just jumped backwards even though I aimed forward, but it is what it is. Alright, let's continue to push this way. It says it's right in front of us. Is that it right there? What is that? Nope, that is a Paraceratherium. I just saw something huge walking around. Bro, why are you walking? He's doing that weird thing again. So, generally, with a Basilisk... Right there. I was hoping I would have seen one sticking out of the ground first, but with a Basilisk, they stick out of the ground. That one's level 25. We're just going to go take that thing out. We are not going to waste our time trying to tame this. This thing is terrible. Level 25, I mean, it'd probably only take me one egg as well to tame it, but it is what it is. We're going to try to take this guy out, though. Because a stronger Basilisk can and will one-shot you right off the back of your mount. It depends on what kind of armor you have. A couple other contributing factors. That move right there is actually what does it. Are we not doing any damage to this guy, really? Ooh, yeah, that hit me directly. Alright, hold on a second. We're going to bring out the big boys. Because this guy's bad. We're going to bring out some of our other friends. The guys that haven't gotten a chance to spotlight it. Let's go show the Reaper around, actually. Let's see what this Reaper can do. But yeah, the Basilisk. They will stick out of the ground a little bit. I'm trying to see if I could find one. The one that we just had over here. Generally, it'll stick out of the ground with like its little tail piece will be sticking out. Then it'll pop out and attack you. 300 damage. Not bad, per se. Could be a little better, but 300 damage isn't bad. I know it has multiple different attacks you could do, but we also need to take out... There should be... I believe we need to fight an Alpha Basilisk at some point. Or maybe I'm thinking of an Alpha Basilisk as one of the Arkology bosses. That might be what it is. Alright, that thing died. Okay, so this is the one with 39. Yep, this is the one that just needed a little bit to get to 40k. Okay, perfect. But if I do recall... Oh, it's telling me there's one back this way. Okay, up that way. Let's go take a look. But if I do recall, there's something with an Alpha Basilisk we need to fight. But I think that might be a world boss for the Arkology mod. Oh, speaking of a Basilisk. I just saw it. Where did it go? I want to try to get an Arkology variant. Yep, there it is. What level are you? 150! Thank you. That is exactly what we need. So, how to tame one of these. Very simple, actually. Surprisingly. I didn't realize it was this simple. Initially. Did I hit something? I hooked that. How did I hook that? So what you do is you kinda pretty much want to wait for it to kill something, right? And then you just want to drop eggs in front of it, because it'll bite into the egg. So like this. You want it to attack the egg. Generally, if you can get it to bite the egg. Come on, bite it. Like that. See, that was the taming for it. That's how you do it. You want to throw the egg where it's going to bite. And then hopefully have it bite the egg. Ooh, bad idea. Bad idea. You want to generally have it bite the egg, not anything else. You could sneak up on it. This will only take me 4 eggs to tame, which kind of sucks. Or it's kind of good, should I say, not sucks. But part of it that sucks is this thing is running to try to fight things, and I do not want it fighting anything, because that's how its taming effectiveness goes down. The longer you take, and the more it fights. Whoop! There it is. Whoop! Go over that. Juke that. Thank you. I think I could drop an egg on it, maybe get it to bite it. Yep, perfect. Ow, right on my face, thank you. Oh, yeah, we're gonna hit with splash damage. Can you bite that egg, please? We almost just died there. Okay. Let's eat up a little bit. How's our armor looking? Our armor's looking great, yeah. So they have an attack that pierces right through armor, apparently. Can you eat that other egg? I can't see where this thing is. I don't know where this guy is. And I don't like that at all. Oh, cool, thanks. That's cool. Cool story, bro. Okay, there he is. I need to get it to bite towards me somehow. It reminds me a lot of the Broodmother sound. Oh, yep, there it goes. There it ate the other egg again. We gotta go up, because we want to be out of the range of if it spits. Like that. The last thing you want is this thing to spit on you, because it could, as you saw, almost completely one-shot me. Because you can get stuck in its, I don't want to say blast radius, because that's not the term I'm looking for. But you could get stuck within the range of where it's, maybe it is blast radius, I guess. Ow. Okay. There, it's biting something. We want to get above it. And then we want to do this really quickly here. Drop an egg while it's biting. Got it. We actually dropped that right into its mouth, which was insanely cool. So let's untrack and retrack that. So it lost a little bit of health, which generally would happen. So let's actually pick this guy up. You could want to trap one of these if you really wanted to do this a lot easier than what I did. I went kind of dumb with it, but we got some pretty decent stats on it. I don't have a saddle for it on me because I really, like I said, I didn't plan on utilizing the Basilisk. Just kind of wanted to show you guys how to tame one. They're really easy for the most part. You just drop the eggs towards them where they're biting. If you can get a cactus broth or something that keeps you invisible, drop a bunch of them around it, and then just have one of your creatures stand next to it and have it just keep attacking your creature, you'll be golden at taming one of these. But that was relatively simple for that. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go exploring for some alphas. Because like I said prior, we need to fight some alphas. So we're going to crack out the Reapers. We're going to go fight some alpha creatures. They don't have the best of stats. We're going to bring our Megalosaurs out with us once we get closer to where the alphas would spawn, which would be this way. But now we have a Basilisk, so that was cool. And we also now have our Reapers. So I believe we have tamed just about everything exclusive to this map. We got the Yeeling, we got the Cosmo, we got the Reaper, we got the Basilisk. I do believe we have tamed everything exclusive on this map. Correct me if I'm missing something. And I don't mean like aberration versions. Those don't count. We even have Ravagers, which are exclusive to this map too. We've tamed a couple of them. Megalosaurs, which aren't exclusive to this map. We got some of those. Only thing that we haven't gotten, which is not really exclusive to this map, is the Carcinos. We have not tamed one of them yet, but we could always get a Carcinos at any given point. And I honestly don't know the best strategy to tame a Carcinos. I'm gonna have to watch a video for that. I'm not gonna lie to you and act like I don't. I'm gonna have to watch a video on how to do that because I don't truthfully know how to tame one. So this one has 29 melee, this one has 37. So there's quite a bit of a difference in the melee stats. This one has 32 points in health, this one has 42. So we didn't get the best Reapers, but we also didn't get terrible ones. So I kind of can't really complain too much in terms of what we have for Reapers. I think we're taking more damage because we have the glow pet on our shoulder. I almost said shadow pet. So I'm going to disable the light from my shoulder and see what happens. There's a 150 nearby, max level at least. But we want to be fighting as many alphas as we possibly can right now, since we have 2 Reapers. We could always throw extra Reapers out to have them walk with us and just fight things, because the Reapers are going to be insanely buffed. That's one big thing that sucks about Reapers, is they aren't like mate boosted or anything, right? So they don't... Why am I getting my negative glow pet? Where am I charged from? I turned off my glow pet. That's an Alpha Spinosaurus right there. Why did I just go full southern on that? Yee, there's one of them Alpha Spinosauruses. Like, I don't know where that came from, honestly. Not a clue. Hey, yo, bro, you gonna come follow me, dog? Hey, come on, buddy. That's one of them there Alpha. What are you doing? Why are you just chilling? Do I have you set to ignore group whistles? I probably do, without even realizing it. You. Follow me. Ouch. I think I have him set to ignore group whistles. But yeah, that's an Alpha Spino over there, so we definitely are going to want to fight that. It was just over there. I'm not excited that it's gone. We do have two Arkology Megalosaurs with us. Plus the... Oh, it's that charge light thing right there. That's what's hitting us. I thought we were far enough away from it, but apparently not. So we're going to need to go upriver a little bit to get away from that. Alright, so yeah, that's the Alpha Spino. It's not a world boss, but we're going to want to fight it just to get anything we can from it. We don't need anything from it right now, but we will need it for when we try to face the overworld big boss later on. Remember, because we do have to beat the Desolatitan on Beta and Alpha, as well as the Primal Desolatitan before the end of the series. So that one's got 20k health. Is my glow pet on? I turned him off, I thought. Yeah, okay. So I turned him on at some point. I thought I turned him off. Apparently I didn't. So what we're going to try to do is I'm going to get my two Megalosaurs out. And we're going to try to aggro that thing out of the water over here. Because he's going to get the hydration buff in the water. Because if we... Bro, go over there. Go over there. Good thing is he doesn't listen to group whistles. The Rock Drake, or not the Rock Drake, the Reaper. So what we gotta do is this. I gotta individually target one by one and hopefully it doesn't aggro them all. It's probably gonna aggro them all. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to see, but it is what it is. Gonna have to keep an eye on my guy's health, though. Oh, are these guys not attacking? Oh, go attack, 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 attack. I forgot I put them on passive when we were taming the Reaper. Because they're hitting hard. They'll just keep hitting, excuse me. They'll just keep hitting this guy insanely hard. We'll just throw dirt towards the floor, I guess. I'm gonna track him. Because that's a max level alpha. Which kind of sucks. I gotta keep an eye on my Reaper, too. That's the one thing I'm a little worried about is the Reaper's health. He looks... Oh, he's alright. Yeah, he's fine. The Megalos are doing a ton of work on this guy. I'm just going to sit back here because this guy's a little beat. Do they eat meat to level up or heal up, do you know? Why am I asking you guys? Like, you can't answer me right this second. You guys probably do know, but you guys can't answer me right... Ugh! Back up. Back up. Megalos, get him. Megalos, get him. Get him. How's the Reaper King doing? I'm gonna pull the Reaper King back really quick. Ouch. Ouch. Get out of the water. Get out of the water. Megalos, get over here and help. Okay, you are helping. Good. Okay, one of you is helping. Yeah, attack this guy, please. Shred this guy up and we'll be fine. Then we can take out the other one. Shred this guy up and we will be fine. There we go. It's down. Now these other ones will go really quickly. Yep, like that. Perfect. And whistle neutral. Okay, perfect. Sorry if I went a little, like, silent there, because I was trying to figure out what I needed to do. Because these guys were just... I put them on aggressive so they would attack, but they went aggressive and attacked everything, which probably, definitely, more than likely was my fault. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to ignore the fact that I did that. But he's at 40k health, so we're just going to put the rest in the melee at this point. Only thing that kind of sucks is this Reaper didn't probably get any of those levels. We're going to take that over. We're going to pull all the hide to us, because we need hide. I've been grinding up a lot of hide off screen. Like, I've just been going down and fighting a bunch of different things. Just because we need the hide to make the Megalosaur saddles, because we're going to be making Megalosaur saddles to take on the bosses. We're going to be bringing in probably these Reaper Kings with us, plus the Megalos. But these two guys are pretty much our 1 and 2 for offensive leaders right now. 24k health should be alright for the boss. But with this guy sitting at 40k, I feel great. I'm actually going to swap you out, I do believe. Do you have anything on you I need? No. Swap you out for the Reaper that is at closer to full health. And check your levels. Yeah, so you have a little bit extra levels I can put into you. We'll put the other Reaper away, let them start working on some health, because that one was getting kind of low, and I don't want to risk losing the Reaper. Not after we just got it. If anything, I'll pull the Megalosaurs back out, and we'll utilize them to fight our way around some bosses. Because those guys do still have some pretty decent health pool on them. They're still sitting at about, I think I want to say 18k. Yeah, 19, 20k. Perfect. And we still have the Basilisk too, but I don't know if that's going to matter any. But we got to turn around and pretty much go back upriver. But I want to fight this Spinalist right here. Okay, yeah, so he's hitting about 300 damage. I can't complain. And we're only taking 21 damage from the attacks. We were taking 90 when they were, when they had a charge light on them. So that explains why we were taking so much damage there. But alright, perfect. Yeah, so these Reapers, pretty game-breaking. I'm honestly not going to lie to you. We do have to find, there's one world boss we have to find. It is a Reaper world boss. It is hidden somewhere in the red zone. It's not like hidden, like they put it there to hide it. It's just one of them has to appear. So we're going to have to search for one at some point, because that is one of the requirements that we try to fight it. If you guys do recall, that is one of our requirements to beat this, is to fight one of those guys. I forgot it has a spin tail move. Oh, the Spino came back up? Spino wants to mess around again? But yeah, these guys do not get mate boosted. Man, I'm getting all phlegmy all of a sudden. These guys do not get mate boosted. So it kind of does suck a little bit in terms of that, so they're not going to be able to buff. And you cannot breed these guys without a propagator. But we can't make a propagator just yet, so we are SOL at this point. But we may at some point be able to do that once we get to Extinction. Because like I said prior, once we get to Extinction, we're going to bring creatures over that we could use. We're not going to bring everything. Like from the island, my plan is probably the Pseudomanes. From Scorched Earth, it's more than likely going to be my Rexes. From here, it'll probably be this pair of Reapers if they're still alive. If not, them, we'll bring a pair of Megalosaurs. Just so we can start breeding them once we get there. And it may not be a once we get there thing. It may be we get them and bring them over once we're ready to fight the final boss. Or fight some of the bosses, should I say. Because I don't think we should have them right off the start. Imagine having like a super Rex army and my super high-powered pseudos right off the start. That wouldn't make sense, right? So we're definitely not going to be doing that. Bro, why do you attack me and run? I've never understood that about Spinos. They're supposed to be such these big, massive monsters, but they just hit you and run. Oh, wrong move. Tailspin. Is that an otter? Bro's got an otter trying to beat his ass. Bro literally has a max level otter trying to beat his ass. What did he do to that otter? I'm tempted to tame that. I don't really need an otter. But that is very tempting. Normally I would be all over that, but I have one back at base. I don't really need another one. That would be something for like Jace or someone to come through and utilize. But we need to fight an Alpha Carcanos. We need to fight an Alpha Basilisk. I believe those are just some of the bosses we have to beat for the... Let's see if we can find an Explorer Note, or not an Explorer Note, a supply drop, because then I can tell you what alphas we actually need to fight to face Rockwell. Because on Gamma, we need to just do the caves and get the artifacts. On Beta, I think we need a handful of the Basilisk Scales and Rock Drake Feathers, which those are really easy to get. And this is probably a max level, or damn near close, I bet. 95, not terrible. I do believe we need quite a bit of stuff for the Alpha fight. I know we need an Alpha Reaper King Barb. That I do know we need. Which those are not easy fights, especially since they're going to be on the surface. But I think we could probably do a 2 for the price of 1 kind of thing if we end up fighting the World Boss Reaper prior to going into that Alpha fight. A lot of people have recommended to me that since this is probably one of my first times running this map, especially solo-ish, is to take on Rockwell in order from Gamma, Beta, then Alpha. Which totally makes sense, because we don't want to jump into something that we can't end up beating. But if we do beat him on Gamma, Beta, and then Alpha, we will not be ascending until we best him on Alpha. Like, that is part of the rules. That is how we have it set, is we must beat him on Alpha first, before we ascend. There is no change to that. That is not changing just because I'm solo now. But that's what gives us all that extra time on Extinction to fight the King Titan and whatnot as well, too. So, bro, there are so many damn Spinos here. Where was this when I needed, like, Spinal Sails back in the day? Like, I love that there are so many Spinos here, because I remember about a year or so ago when I was playing on a server, you could not find a Spinal Sail to save your ass. Pardon the language, but you couldn't. Because you had everybody playing, trying to get Spinal Sails, everybody playing, trying to get everything. And now, granted, it is because it's a single-player, or not single-player server, single-player series. Everything is everywhere. Jace isn't on Aberration yet, I don't believe. But everything is everywhere. I could probably try to track an Alpha Carcanos. I don't believe I could individually track an Alpha one, but we need to find an Alpha one at some point. And these guys are just doing... These Reapers are doing exactly what I expected, to be honest. This is the kind of numbers my English today is absolutely terrible. It doesn't help my voice. Seems like it's losing, too, so... I did see that Alpha hue, if you were wondering. It is just an Alpha Scorpion, which is fine, but that's Alpha experience. I'll take that. More Alpha experience, the better. We need to get another... what are those things called? Chibis. I completely forgot what they were called. Another Chibi here. So we can start working on our Alpha experience to get us some extra levels. Because we are closing in on getting towards our max. We're not there, clearly. We're not even close to it, but we're closing in on that. And we need to get to one... Wow, you have 5k health, dude. It's going to take me forever to take you out. But we need to get to 100, level 135 as soon as possible. I want to be there by the time we are on Extinction. Because at level 135, we have access to a lot of the higher tier tech items that you wouldn't normally have access to. Here, let me show you. I think I've showed you guys this already, but... Excuse me. I hate that I always sneeze when I record. But we'll get access to these, which are some of the higher tier items. And some of them you can only get by beating the Alpha King Titan. You can only get them to work, that is. So that's something I'm very interested in getting to. These will be fixed when I die or something. But these we get from this, from beating him on Alpha. The Sleeping Pod, which is amazing. That is for beating the Alpha Desolatitan, which we've only beaten Gamma. So we still have to beat this. Excuse me. So we still have to beat, let me see. We have to still beat Beta, which we need a lot for. A lot of that stuff we can't even get here on this map, so that's what kind of sucks. That's what the cool thing about being able to pull it from different maps. It's like I'm probably going to have to do live streams where I go around and hunt these specific creatures. Because we need a ton of them for this, a ton of them for this, and then the primal variation's probably the same thing. You're probably going to need a lot of them as well. But that's more than likely the plan for those. I'm looking for a drop to see if I can figure out... What am I stepping on that's attacking me? It's a dire bear. Bro, why would you do that? I am a giant Reaper. I get it, you're a max level. But you're gonna die. Oh, that was a waste of your life now, huh? But, is that an Alpha Carcanos right there? Nope, that is a 150 Carcanos, though. That's cool. But yeah, we need to get quite a bit of drops for the Desolatitan fights. As you guys know, it took me forever to get the Gamma drops around. I had to do a lot of streams and off-screen just fights. I had to track. It took me a lot longer than it probably should to get everything I needed for that fight. But we got it, and now we're just gonna have to do it all over collectively. What we've done. I know we can get a bunch of Allosaurus brains on Scorched. They spawn a ton there, along with Carnos. Ceratos are the hard part. I never really saw them anywhere. The Quetzal was relatively easy. I believe we have one of those back at base. already, so that won't be too hard to come around. Everything else, like I said, we're just going to have to pretty much try to find as we go, I guess. It's going to be our best bet for those. That guy ran away again. I'm not going to try chasing him down, but I don't see any alpha Carcanoses, so what I'm probably going to have to do is just track one down, because like I said, I already fought one off screen unintentionally while I was trying to level up my Megalosaurs. I ran into one and it attacked me, and I couldn't, like, back away from it. I couldn't tell it, hang on, let me turn the record button on. It was either I attack it or I lose what we had on us. And I think we even ended up losing a couple things that we had on us, a couple creatures. But, yeah, so that's the plan. I think next video we're going to start caving here pretty shortly, actually. Because we got the Basilisk. All we need to do now is get a Carcanos. But if you guys have any ideas for a nice Carcanos taming trap, let me know in the comment section below. I've seen a couple videos on them, but is there anything that's faster than having to do that little weird boxy trap thing? Because if not, I'm probably not going to tame one, because I'll never use it. Like, that's the whole reason I didn't want to tame the Basilisk too much. It's because I probably won't use it, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't see any Carcanoses anywhere, any alphas. But give me a second, guys. Let me bring you back when we get back to base, because it's going to take us... maybe not, actually. Let me see something here. Do you have anything on you I want? Chibi Lightbug. I'll take that, I suppose. Let me throw out my Rock Drake egg. My Rock Drake guy, not my egg. Take out my Rock Drake. But yeah. So what I was thinking is if we could... Oh, I messed that up really badly. Oh yeah, I'm trash at this guy. What was I saying now? Oh yeah, about creatures. I don't use half of the creatures most of the time. I don't know if that's just a me issue or if that's just everybody else does that too. But like, there are a ton of creatures I've never used before. Basilisk being one of them. Rock Drake really being one of them as well. As you can see, I'm a terrible flyer on one of these things. I've never used one of these things for anything other than just the basic, like, oh look, I got a Rock Drake kind of thing. The Basilisk, I think I tamed one once on a server, and that was only because it was on a server that ran that shiny mod, and it was a brimstone one or something. So I was like, oh, that looks cool, let me tame it. But other than that, I don't think I've ever really tamed anything like that. So that's a little interesting, I will say, being that I've played this game so much and I've barely tamed anything. I generally, and I hate to say it this way, but I stick with like some of the basic characters, like your Rexes, your Megalos. It's pretty straight and narrow that I stick on with my creature lineages. I go with like my Megatheriums. Almost said Megalosaurs. I do go with my Megalosaurs when I play on this map. But I go with like my Megatheriums, my Therizinosaurs. Bro, what are you doing? I guess we're playing this little game. We're just going to continue to roll around it. Because it's not... There we go. There, oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're turn. Can I launch onto something like this? Can I latch onto it like this? Can I grapple? Can I grapple? Okay, that's... I don't understand why it's doing this. I understand it's got the latch. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, dude, I am absolutely atrocious with this creature. I am not going to lie to you and play it off like I'm good with a Rock Drake. I am not. I am atrocious with a Rock Drake. I'm atrocious with a lot of creatures that I don't use regularly. Like the Maywing, I was not really great with one of them at the start. You guys remember from Svartalheim? And then I got the Meguana in Astraeus, and then that made me have to practice a little bit, and I got better. But that's pretty much what I have to do, is I just have to practice with the creature just to get used to it. What did it hit me? Oh, I have to let it cool down. But yeah, so this is what a Basilisk looks like. Let me just throw one out for those of you that have... I know you've seen one, clearly just tamed it. But this is our Basilisk. It's kind of cool. They do have some weird Basilisk skins for them. I don't personally use them. But if you go into this, I believe it's this one. Is it this one or is it this one over here? Nope, it's not Astreus. There's like a skin you could put on it that turns into the giant snake from Svartalheim. It's really cool. There's some cool display skins that I have that I usually use on my final level. But no, they apparently I can't find it. No, apparently I don't have it here. Okay, I don't have it on. But there's a Jorgmunder skin. There's a couple of different skins they just added. Like there's a Deathworm Basilisk skin I know I just saw. I won't use it, but there's a Deathworm Basilisk skin. There's... Where do I make the Basilisk saddle? Is it over here in the smithy? Or the... Let me see. Basilisk. Yep, right there. Let's make one of these really quickly just to show you guys what it is. Boom. But there's a bunch of different skins you could put on it. I probably will never use it, honestly. So I'm not even going to act like I will. Let's do this. All right, yeah, that's the Basilisk. It's kind of cool. It's huge. Like I said, they're not bad creatures. I just don't ever use anything like this. I think you can bury at some point. I don't know what the bury attack is. Oh, that's that. I know you can bury it itself like that. That's what the Basilisk looks like when it's buried. It's kind of cool. But like I said, I'll probably never use it, so we're just going to take that, put that in storage. But there you guys have it. That is the video for today. We tamed a Basilisk. We did some exploration around, tried to kill a couple things, which we did. We did pretty well on that. Let's throw this Basilisk in here. And anything, did I tame anything off screen that's really interesting to you guys? Yeah, actually I did. I tamed another Cosmo. I don't remember which one of these two I tamed at one point. I tamed one of them. I got a bunch of Rock Drakes. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to do Rock Drake bosses, what we're doing. I'm not sure. The Basilisk is just there. But that's going to be it, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time when we actually start our caving. I'm not sure which artifact we're going to go towards first, but thank you guys, and I will see you guys then.